The pirate crew laughed as they sailed away. Kotaro stood alone on the dock, his useless empathy power the reason they'd rejected him.
They said I could only read emotions. Worthless. But I'll prove them wrong.
Days later, at a lively port festival, Kotaro moved through the crowd, searching for opportunity.
Ha! I am Daiki of the Lightning Step. Touch my hand and you'll feel the tingling of greatness. A handshake? Fine, I'll humor him.
Their hands met. A jolt surged up Kotaro's arm, far stronger than static. His palm flickered blue.
What was that? I felt his power. Leave him.
A ghost of a lightning bolt shimmered over Kotaro's hand before fading inside his skin. That night, Kotaro leaped between rooftops, blue electricity crackling around his legs. The lightning step was his now.
Nobody noticed. I stole a fragment of his devil fruit. Through a handshake, this changes everything.
Kotaro tested the lightning step again the next day, darting through the city unseen, faster than any normal human.
It's not just empathy anymore. I took a devil fruit power. What if I can do it again?
He found his next target at a dockside bar, a minor pirate flaunting a weak flame fruit.
You must be Burnfinger Ryo. I've heard stories. Let me shake the hand of a legend.
As their hands clasped, Kotaro felt a searing heat travel up his arm. His palm flickered orange, a tiny flame icon appearing.
A flame fragment. It's tiny, but it's mine. The lightning, now fire. I can collect them.
Over the next week, Kotaro shook hands with anyone who had a devil fruit, each time stealing a fragment without anyone suspecting.
I need to be strategic. The more I take, the stronger I become. I'll farm handshakes across the Grand Sea.
But deep down, a question gnawed at him. Was there a cost he hadn't noticed yet?
For now, no one knows. I'll keep it that way. The world will learn my name, but not my secret.
Kotaro infiltrated the marine base, disguised as an inspector. The captain greeted him with an unsuspecting handshake.
One handshake, and the water power is mine. He won't feel a thing.
As their palms met, a cool ripple spread through Kotaro's fingers. A blue droplet icon glimmered and vanished.
Water manipulation. I am collecting these like shells on a beach.
Later, silence settled in his cabin. Then a faint whisper brushed against his ear, a voice that wasn't there.
Just the ship creaking. Exhaustion. Nothing more.
But the whisper returned, clearer, a quiet moan about currents and rising tides. It spoke with the captain's cadence, a ghostly echo sealed inside the stolen power.
So that's the cost. Every fruit carries a trace of its owner. I'll just ignore it.
Kotaro forced the voice away, but deep inside, he understood. This was only the start of a much heavier price. Kotaro attended a lavish noble soiree, his black coat blending with the wealthy patrons. He moved through the crowd, eyeing potential targets.
Admiral Virel, isn't it? I've heard your plant-type powers are unmatched. An honor to meet you. A vine control fragment will be useful. Just a simple handshake, and you'll never know.
Their hands clasped. A faint green glow spiderwebbed up Kotaro's wrist, a tiny leaf-shaped icon imprinting on his palm before vanishing. That night, a new whisper joined the captain's ghost, a voice murmuring about roots and thorns, tangling with the other. The two spectral voices argued, currents clashing with creeping vines, their conflict scraping inside Kotaro's skull.
Will you both be quiet? I can't think straight with you fighting in my head.
The next day, while discussing trade at the port, the voices suddenly screamed, and Kotaro froze. Nearby officers glanced at him.
Cover it. Laugh it off. They can't know what's happening inside me.
Kotaro pushed the voices down, but they were no longer whispers. They were a nuisance, and they were only growing louder. Weeks later, Kotaro stood over a defeated rival crew, his palms still crackling with blue lightning. Word of his impossible powers spread.
Is that all? I expected more from the sea serpents.
He had used fire and water simultaneously, vines erupting from the ship's wood to bind his enemies. No single fruit user fought like this.
Let them talk. The more afraid they are, the less they'll suspect my secret.
Far away in a marine headquarters, Princess Hina scanned the latest bounty report. Kotaro's image stared back.
Lightning, flames, water, and plants, all in one pirate? That's not a single devil fruit. What is he hiding?
She ordered her intelligence officers to compile every report on the mysterious fruit thief. The rumors painted an impossible picture.
I'll observe him personally. A pirate this unusual will slip up eventually.
Kotaro felt a prickling sensation on his neck, the instinct of someone being watched. He glanced up, but saw nothing.
Probably nothing, but I can't afford to get careless. Not with so many listening now.
To grow stronger, Kotaro targeted a reclusive warlord whose strength fruit could crush warships. He approached under a false flag of alliance.
If I can take his strength, I'll be unmatched. The warlord is paranoid, but a handshake of truce always works.
Their hands met. A surge of raw power rushed into Kotaro's arm, a red fist icon blazing on his palm before sinking beneath the skin. That night, the warlord's voice joined the chorus, a deep, angry roar. 5 ghosts now screamed inside Kotaro's skull, demanding to be heard. They no longer only whispered. They argued, demanded control, and sometimes screamed, right in the middle of his public dealings.
Shut up, all of you. I am the one in control, not you.
During an inspection, a Navy officer noticed Kotaro's hesitation and the sweat on his brow. "Are you unwell, sir?" he asked, eyes narrowing.
Just a headache. The work has been grueling. I'll take a moment outside.
Kotaro stumbled into the alley, the voices now screaming in unison, drowning out his own thoughts. The warlord's roar cut through the others.
If I don't find a way to silence them, I'll lose everything. My cover, my sanity, maybe my life.
Kotaro, still shaken from the voices, walked along the foggy pier. Hina stepped from the shadows, her gaze steady.
You are the one they call the fruit thief. Lightning, fire, water, plants, strength. No single fruit does that.
You're misinformed. My fruit is simply versatile. A rare type.
Versatile? I've studied devil fruits for years. There's no fruit that grants 5 unrelated powers.
As she spoke, a ghostly flicker of the warlord's face appeared behind Kotaro's shoulder for an instant. Hina's eyes widened.
She saw something. The voices are showing now. I have to get away.
Kotaro forced a smirk, but his hand trembled. Hina noticed the flicker again. This time, the Marine captain's ghost.
Your body is reacting, as if others are inside you. What are you hiding?
This is ridiculous. If you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
Hina watched him retreat, her amethyst eyes burning with cold resolve. She would uncover the truth, no matter the cost. Kotaro slipped into the Undercity, seeking a rumored assassin whose void step power could make him untouchable.
A void fruit will let me escape any trap. One handshake, and it's mine.
He found the assassin in a smoke-filled tavern, exchanging a nod of false camaraderie.
Word is your void step leaves no trace. I'd be honored to clasp a hand that wields it.
Their hands met. A cold, empty sensation rushed through Kotaro, a purple void icon swirling into his palm. That night, the voices merged into a single chorus, reciting his thoughts back at him.
It's like they're becoming a single entity, and it's turning my own mind against me.
Bounty hunters ambushed him. The chorus seized control, his arm swinging a blade against his will.
Stop. I didn't will this. I can't control my own limbs.
He broke free, but the ghosts had become a rival will, not just voices. Kotaro stumbled to the foggy pier, hissing in pain from the cuts. Hina's silhouette waited at the railing.
Of course she found me. I am in no shape to run.
You are bleeding and barely standing. Your versatile fruit isn't protecting you from yourself.
What do you want, princess? To capture me? I am not in the mood for games.
Hina stopped a few feet away. her expression unreadable. She pulled a small leather journal from her coat.
There are records of a phenomenon like yours, ancient texts. The more you take, the louder they become. I want to understand it.
She's not trying to arrest me. She's actually offering answers. Can I trust a Marine?
I can help you silence the ghosts, but you'll have to trust me at least enough to share what you've learned. Deal?
Fine. But if you try anything, I'll use every stolen power to break free. Understood?
And so, in the cold fog, the pirate and the princess struck a fragile pact, neither fully trusting, yet bound by the same mystery. Hina led Kotaro through underground passages to a forgotten marine archive, shelves thick with dust and secrets.
A Marine library. You are trusting a pirate in a restricted vault.
The knowledge you need isn't public. Old records mention the fruit thief phenomenon.
She pulled a crumbling scroll from a locked case, showing an illustration of a crown-like fruit.
The Soul Dominion fruit, the Sea Emperor's legend. It traps souls and transfers them across bodies.
The Sea Emperor. His fruit could explain why my voices have their own wills.
As Kotaro studied the scroll, the ghost chorus fell suddenly silent. One deep, commanding tone echoed inside him.
That voice. It's like something else has been waiting inside me all along.
You carry the door. Soon, I will walk through.
Kotaro staggered back, the scroll forgotten. Hina's face paled as she realized the Sea Emperor had already marked him for his own ends. In a dim cabin, Kotaro sat cross-legged, candles guttering as he tried to force the ghost chorus into silence.
Focus. Push them down. I am the one in control.
Control? You are merely the gathering place. Every fruit you stole brought a fragment closer to me.
It's pushing the others aside. It's becoming dominant.
Kotaro. The ghostly presence. It's visible even to me now.
Kotaro gasped, the meditation broken. The Emperor's voice had swallowed the others, a single will now pressing from within.
The Continental Summit. He'll be there. If we can confront him directly, we might sever this link.
Walk into the lion's den? That's exactly what he wants.
Or the only place where we can learn his true plan, and maybe turn it against him.
Kotaro looked at her hand, then nodded slowly. The summit would be their battlefield, and their only hope. A small ship cut through misty seas toward the summit. Kotaro gripped the railing, voices churning inside him.
Stay calm. We're almost there. Don't let it win.
You are bringing me to my throne willingly, foolish vessel.
Kotaro's arm lashed out, a blade of fire slicing the air where Hina had stood seconds before.
Kotaro, it's not you. Fight it. I know you are still in there.
His body convulsed, vines erupting from his other arm, but Hina dodged again, closing the distance.
I am not leaving. You are not just a vessel. You are Kotaro. So come back.
I nearly killed you. I am losing myself. What if I can't stop it next time?
That won't happen. I'll stand beside you, no matter what. We'll end this together.
Kotaro looked up, the mask of invincibility gone. In its place was trust, and a bond that no ghost could sever. The Continental Summit rose from the sea like a stone colossus, banners of every faction snapping in the wind.
His presence is like gravity. Every step closer, the voices scream louder.
Take this. A marine prototype. It blocks soul resonance for a few minutes. Use it only when necessary.
Temporary walls won't hold him for long, but any edge is better than none.
Kotaro put the pendant on, and the Emperor's pull receded slightly, enough to think clearly. Inside, the Sea Emperor stood on the central dais, a cold smile on his lips, as if he had been expecting them all along.
He knows. That smile. He's been waiting for this moment.
Voices clawed at Kotaro's mind, but Hina touched his arm, grounding him.
Stay focused. We're here to find a way to sever that link, not to give in.
Kotaro nodded, pushing the ghosts back. The battle for his soul would begin, but not yet. The Sea Emperor raised his hand, and the hall fell silent. His voice echoed like a tide swallowing the shore.
Let this summit end war. I offer a pact, sealed by a single handshake with one who embodies our fractured age. Come, Kotaro, the fruit thief. Shake my hand and let your stolen voices speak peace for all.
He's calling me out in front of everyone. If I take his hand, I'll get Soul Dominion, but he'll own me.
Kotaro, don't. It's exactly what he wants. We can find another way.
There is no other way. I have to take the risk, absorb his power, then fight him from inside.
He ripped off the pendant. The full weight of the Emperor's will crashed down, and the ghosts shrieked, but Kotaro stepped forward.
Yes, come to me, vessel. It's time.
Kotaro. No.
Their palms met. A deafening silence swallowed the chamber, and Kotaro's eyes blazed deep purple. A torrent of purple light surged between their clasped hands, and for the first time in months, Kotaro's mind fell utterly silent.
The voices. They're gone. I can finally think clearly, but this stillness feels unnatural.
Beautiful, isn't it? The quiet. I've been filling that screaming void with my own will for a very long time.
What? Are you really? This isn't just a devil fruit.
I am the original soul. Every fruit thief in history has been my prepared vessel. You, Kotaro, are the final harvesting.
Chains of violet soul energy coiled up Kotaro's arm. Each link forged from a stolen fruit's fragment. The Soul Dominion had activated.
Kotaro. He's trying to overwrite your soul. Don't let the silence fool you.
Hina, you are right. I didn't steal these powers just to be a shell. I am the one who gathered them.
Deep in his mind, the Marine captain's ghost stirred, not in torment, but as if waiting. One by one, the other silhouettes began to flicker back.
You can resist all you like. The ceremony is complete. Your body already answers to me.
Within seconds, Kotaro's face moothed into an unfamiliar cold serenity. His teal eyes dulled to imperial violet.
I am being pushed down. My voice is nothing but a whisper now. He's sealing me away.
Kotaro, don't let him take you. I know you can hear me.
The pact is sealed. Let the Grand Sea witness the dawn of eternal order.
In Kotaro's mind, a black ocean stretched under a starless sky. The Emperor's colossal specter loomed above.
The ghosts are here, but they're bound in chains, their eyes filled with despair.
Welcome to my throne room, little thief. Your body is a fine vessel indeed.
Outside, Kotaro's body strode to the dais. Hina's knees nearly buckled, her hand reaching out in vain.
I won't let this be the end. These powers, they're mine. I gathered them for a reason.
The internal war had only just begun, but Kotaro was already losing ground inside his own skull. Kotaro pulled against the chains, but each link held a stolen fragment's despair. The ghosts wept silently.
They are but echoes now. Without a leader, they'll fade into me.
I can't break free alone, but someone said they'd stand beside me.
In the summit chamber, Hina placed her hand on Kotaro's forehead. The pendant glowed white, and her consciousness slipped through.
Kotaro, I am here. Listen to me. The ghosts aren't your curse. They're your gathered strength.
She came into my mind. Hina, they've only ever screamed or fought me.
That's because you treated them as enemies. But you are their vessel. Unite them. Let them speak through you.
Unite them, like a crew. 200 wills against one. I can do that.
Through the bond Hina had forged, Kotaro's voice reached every ghost, not as a command, but as a call to arms.
All of you, you are my power. Help me drown him out.
200 spectral forms surged as one, a tidal wave of stolen wills crashing against the Emperor's towering soul.
Insects. I've ruled eons. You think borrowed scraps can challenge me?
They're not scraps. They're every life I took, every pain I caused. Now they're my crew, and you are the enemy.
The Emperor's soul scream tore through the mindscape as hundreds of wills ripped his spectral form apart, piece by piece.
No, I will not be silenced by a thief and his ghost army.
Kotaro's will pressed forward like a blade, the unified chorus drowning the ancient voice until it shattered entirely. In the summit chamber, Kotaro's body convulsed. Then his eyes flared teal once more.
I am back. The Emperor's soul is gone, drowned in the crowd I built.
The Sea Emperor's body collapsed behind him, vacant, as the assembled powers of the Grand Sea watched in stunned silence.
This vessel sails for itself now. The tyranny is over.
The silence in the chamber held for 3 heartbeats. Then a wave of whispers swept through the captains and admirals. Hina pushed through the frozen nobles, her amethyst eyes fixed only on Kotaro. The distance between them felt like an ocean.
The pact was a lie. I shattered his soul with the very powers he meant to claim.
Several Marine officers stepped back, hands on weapons, unsure if the fruit thief was a savior or a new threat.
I can still feel the 200, but they're quiet now, like a sleeping crew.
Kotaro, you did it. You came back.
Only because you taught me to listen instead of fight. We're not done, but he's gone.
A single voice from the crowd, a pirate lord, demanded to know if Kotaro intended to claim the Emperor's throne.
I'd rather sink that throne to the seafloor. Power stolen like this doesn't belong on any throne.
The room buzzed with uneasy tension. The fruit thief had saved them from a tyrant, but in his hands now rested the collected might of the Grand Sea.
I knew you'd find a way back. The Kotaro I met on the pier was too stubborn to disappear.
Kotaro closed his eyes. The 200 voices were a soft, steady hum, like a sleeping crew at anchor.
They're not screaming anymore. They're with me, part of me. You showed me how to let them be.
The crowd parted as they walked toward the grand doors, no longer the fruit thief and the marine princess, just a man and a woman who'd survived an impossible war. Outside, the first light of dawn broke over the Grand Sea, painting the sky in amber and teal.
What will you do now, with all that power, and no throne?
I'll use it to protect what matters. No more stealing, no more secret. Just a future.
The ghosts inside him whispered agreement, not as tormentors, but as the gathered wills of 200 lives that now sailed under one banner. Hina touched his shoulder, and together they turned away from the summit toward whatever the new day would bring. The fruit thief had become something else, a keeper of many souls and a protector of one. The sun climbed higher, spilling gold across the cliff. Kotaro looked out over the quiet sea.
200 handshakes, each one a life I touched. They're not just powers anymore.
A sailor once told me the dead are never gone. They live in the people who remember them.
Then I've got a whole crew to carry, and I will. No stealing from here, only protecting.
The ghosts inside him stirred, not in protest, but like a crew awaiting orders.
I can't give them back their lives, but I can make sure their deaths meant something.
Whatever comes next, you won't face it alone. I'll be right here.
The wind shifted, carrying the salt scent of a new age. For the first time, Kotaro felt truly anchored.
I was a thief. Now I'll be a keeper. Let the Grand Sea remember that.
The dawn stretched on, and the 2 figures stood motionless against the light, changed but unbroken. Kotaro extended his hand toward the horizon. No glow, no stolen light erupting from his palm. Just a hand, open and still.
No tricks?
None. Just a hand that's taken enough. Now it's learning to hold.
Hina's fingers slipped through his, a lock without a key, simple and unbreakable. Behind them, the summit chamber faded into memory. Ahead, the Grand Sea stretched into a future unwritten.
200 of them inside me, but now, it's just quiet.
The quiet looks good on you.
The dawn broke full, gold spilling across the water like a new page catching light, and the Grand Sea, which had seen 100 tyrants rise and fall, accepted a new story, not of a thief, but of a keeper. He had stolen fragments of the sea's greatest powers. Now he would protect its smallest shores,